Ratchet and Clank is back, with a non-stop roller coaster that is you skating, bombing, clobbering, whatever this is, solving puzzles, grinding, platforming, nuking, riding a dragon or a snail, and having a beer with a sheep. All of that whilst also being Doom Eternal for the family. Class, got that one early. Rift Apart continues after Into the Nexus, but uses the tone, humour and characters of the 2016 reboot. This time around, the infamous Green Lightbulb Man returns, Ratchet gets a Ratchet hole, and the French finally get some representation. Never mind, he's retreating. Now, although I much prefer the edgy humour and storytelling of the originals, I still think Rift Apart is a major improvement over the reboot, telling a simple but enjoyable feel-good story that introduces new lovable characters that for the most part aren't insufferable.
And with the topiary sprinkler!
1 second. Okay, that's better. It's lighthearted fun. Sure, it's nothing too deep or memorable, but at least it's not gone out its way to say, you know what, murder is bad. Instead, it's saying,
listen, Mort. You, Mort, and Mort better hide that lemonade before Mort shows up.
Whoa!
Okay, well, I'm not quite sure what they're saying, but it seems pretty insightful. The massively improved animations add so much life to the characters, making it so much easier to like them when they aren't just cardboard cutouts devoid of life, which when paired with the better writing helps make the story so much more engaging. The writing is still full on feel good and can still be a bit cheesy, but at least you're not talking about hashtags with this fucking paedophile.
The kids love their social medias. Hashtag Gadgetron.
Shut up.
Rivet, the new playable co main character, is surprisingly really likeable, seamlessly fitting into the established Ratchet and Clank formula. I think she's great, and no, not because I'm a furry. In fact, I'm part of the Eradicate All Furries Militia Facebook group. Yeah, the story is simple and predictable, but it's a great story for shutting off from the world and just having some fun.
Oi, you wanker, what's all this?
But furries aside, how's the actual gameplay? Well, it's good. It's really good. All aspects of the gameplay, whether it's dancing or riding a fucking dragon, are incredibly fun and well paced. There's always new spins to keep the gameplay fresh and incentives to work towards. There's a class variety of constantly evolving wacky weapons, from this bad boy to possibly the cutest war crime I've ever seen. In true Ratchet and Clank fashion, these weapons are an absolute blast to use, with so much creativity packed into each weapon. Yes, this weapon is called Mr. Fun Guy. Yes, this is peak comedy. Every weapon is satisfying to use, and for the most part, they have their own unique roles in the combat. You can literally turn your enemies into Ice Cube.
Hello, dum-dum.
The weapons take full advantage of the DualSense controller, giving even more personality to the weapons, with each weapon using the features in distinct ways. Want your friends to think you're counting fat stacks? Well, the Black Hole Storm's got you covered. On top of that, the newly introduced dash and rocket boots do an incredible job of making player movement more involved and fluid, allowing for more intense combat encounters. Just the general feeling of moment-to-moment gameplay is fantastic. The stellar animations, 60 FPS, fluid movement, impactful weapons, and immersive audio come together to make this feel incredible to play. The only issue I have with the gameplay is the lack of boss variety. Seriously, if I see one more swole Robocop, I'm gonna sue Insomniac for mental damages.
My question is, what the hell?
You've also got your puzzles, which are solid. They dance a fine line of not being overly extreme, but still being satisfying to figure out. But you can make Clank morbidly obese, so it's perfect. The planets are an absolute blast to explore. All of them feel completely distinct, both visually and mechanically, with class level design, perfectly balancing combat encounters, platforming, set pieces, puzzles and exploration. But whilst you're committing war crimes, you can level up weapons, improving their stats and unlocking new abilities. You've also got collectibles like your golden bolts, bears, spy bots, and the new armors, which come with permanent stat increases once you get them, regardless if you wear them or not. So, if you want to look like Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka motherfucker. Okay, but now I've got to talk about how goddamn beautiful this game is. This is easily one of the best looking games I've ever played. People saying it looks like a Pixar movie? Nah man, this is a Pablo Picasso original running at 60 frames a second. The number of vibrant colours and jaw-dropping vistas constantly in show is nothing short of amazing.
Nature is amazing.
Every area is just absolutely packed with life and incredible looking effects. Everything looks outstanding. This looks good, this looks good, what the fuck's this? Not to mention how impressive the use of the SSD is. Hit a crystal and boom, you're in Glasgow.
Yous are getting knifed, man!
Mate, that's assault. I've not been this impressed at a game's technical showcase since... I have no idea actually, I really don't know. But even the music has been improved, so it no longer sounds like your grand's orchestra practice. This time around it's got a lot more character. It's still not to the level of unique charm as the originals, but it's still pretty damn good. But with all that being said, my biggest issue with Rift Apart is an unforgivable one. It's this prick. Like, what even is that? I'd rather take a Fiat Punto to Pluto rather than this deformed dragonfly looking ass. Rift Apart is a really good game. Is it crack good? Yes, it's crack good. The technical showcase on its own is incredibly impressive, but the uplifting casual story backed by the addictive gameplay make this one of the few games I genuinely didn't want to end. But with that being said, where does it sit on the most prestigious yearly ranking system of all time? Well, it's fucking sublime, baby.